Have you ever met someone who seems calm on the outside, but deep down, they're fighting silent battles every day? Someone who doesn't talk much, but when they do, their words carry the weight of wisdom? Here's a question for you. What if true strength doesn't look like loud confidence? What if it's hidden behind quiet eyes, behind careful smiles, behind walls built to protect a fragile heart? Today, we're going to talk about a sign that's often misunderstood. A sign known for being serious, maybe even distant. But behind that reputation, there's a story most people never see. A story of quiet resilience. Of loyalty that doesn't ask for attention. Of love that waits, and waits, until it feels truly safe. I'm talking about Capricorn. In this video, I'll show you 18 deep, emotional, and surprising truths about Capricorn. Not just traits, but hidden patterns in their thoughts, emotions, and relationships. You'll discover why the universe, and maybe even God, loves Capricorn so much. If you're a Capricorn, or if you love one, this will help you understand yourself, or them, more than ever before. So, before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Like this video if you're curious about human nature. And share it with someone who needs to hear these words. Now, are you ready to see what's hidden behind the Capricorn heart? Let's begin. Have you ever looked at someone who barely says a word in a conversation, yet somehow, you feel there's so much happening inside their mind? That's the quiet power of Capricorn. People often mistake silence for weakness. But with Capricorn, silence is strength. Behind those calm eyes is a mind that never stops thinking. A heart that processes every experience deeply. You see, Capricorns fight their battles in private. They don't seek sympathy. They seek solutions. And that's something most people never realize. Imagine someone going through heartbreak. While others may cry in public, share their pain online, or seek constant advice, a Capricorn will retreat inward. They'll carry that pain silently, analyzing every moment, every word, every lesson. It's not because they don't feel. It's because they feel too much. And processing that quietly gives them control. It gives them the power to heal in their own time. In their own way. But here's what's important. Their silence doesn't mean they don't need support. Sometimes, all a Capricorn needs is someone who simply sits beside them. No questions. No solutions. Just presence. Think about the Capricorns in your life. Are you giving them that space? Are you patient enough to let them open up when they're ready? Capricorns have another incredible gift that most people overlook. Their ability to heal others without even trying. You know that feeling when you're overwhelmed, and suddenly, someone calm enters the room? They don't say much. But just their presence makes you feel like everything's going to be okay. That's Capricorn energy. Their stability becomes a safe space for people who feel lost. You might pour your heart out to them, thinking they're just listening, but what you don't realize is their quiet presence is already helping you heal. Not with solutions, but with steady, grounded energy. It's like being near a mountain. You don't need to hear it speak. You just feel its strength. If you're a Capricorn listening right now, never underestimate how healing your quiet presence can be. And if you know a Capricorn, don't mistake their calmness for distance. Sometimes, their way of loving you is simply being there, quietly holding the space for your emotions. Now, let's talk about something many people misunderstand. Capricorns respect emotional boundaries more than most signs. They're not cold. They're not detached. They just understand something many people don't. Everyone needs their own emotional space. When a friend is struggling, Capricorn doesn't rush in with advice or judgment. They wait. They watch. They let the person come to them when they're ready. And this isn't because they don't care. It's because they care deeply, and they understand that forcing someone to open up before they're ready often causes more harm than good. Have you ever had someone push you to talk when you weren't ready? It feels invasive. Capricorn understands that intuitively. They protect people's boundaries. They give you the space to come to them, not the other way around. It's a quiet form of respect, and a powerful lesson in how to love others properly. But what happens when Capricorn falls in love themselves? This is where things get complicated and beautiful. Their love is slow. Very slow. They don't open their heart quickly. They observe. They analyze. They test your consistency. Because for Capricorn, love isn't a game. It's a commitment. And they refuse to give their heart to someone who hasn't earned their trust. You might think they're distant at first. You might even wonder if they care at all. But here's the secret. The slower they move towards you, the deeper their feelings are growing. Every wall they put up isn't to block you out. It's to protect something precious inside. But once you're in, once they trust you, the love they give is real. It's unwavering. It's a love that doesn't fade with time. It grows. It deepens. It strengthens. I've seen Capricorns love with a quiet intensity that's hard to describe. They won't shower you with words every day. But they'll remember your favorite coffee order. They'll silently fix things for you before you even notice. They'll protect your heart like it's their own. And if you break their trust, the pain they feel is immense. But they won't always show it. They'll withdraw, heal quietly, and build new walls even higher. So if you're lucky enough to be loved by a Capricorn, cherish it. Don't rush it. Earn it. And when they finally let you in, know that what you've been given is one of the rarest kinds of love there is. A love that doesn't shout. A love that simply stays. And for those of you who are Capricorns, never apologize for your slow love. Never feel guilty for protecting your heart. The right person will understand. The right person will wait. And when they do, you'll know your heart is finally safe. And in that moment, your love will bloom in ways you never thought possible. Let's go deeper. There's something about Capricorn that few people notice. The way they build their life, their relationships, even their inner world, it's all built with structure. Like carefully placing bricks in a wall, one by one, slow and steady. But why do they do this? It's simple. Control makes them feel safe. Structure makes them feel secure. In a world full of chaos, Capricorn's mind craves order. In their career, in their love life, even in their daily routines, they create systems that protect them. Not from other people, but from losing themselves. Think about your own life. Do you ever feel like everything's spinning too fast? Like you can't keep up? Capricorns feel that too. But instead of letting the chaos win, they organize. They plan. They choose stability over impulse. It's not that they hate spontaneity. It's that they've learned, control calms the storm inside. Maybe that's something we can all learn from them. But here's where it gets interesting. Behind that structured, disciplined exterior, hides a tender heart. Most people never see it. But if you watch closely, you'll notice small moments. The way they soften when someone says thank you. The quiet smile when they help someone without being asked. You see, their control isn't a wall. It's armor. And beneath it, they feel more deeply than anyone realizes. Imagine a Capricorn who just achieved a big success. Maybe they closed a deal, or finally bought their dream house. On the outside? Calm. Professional. Maybe a nod of satisfaction. But inside? There's a quiet, private joy. A joy they often don't share, because sharing feels like breaking that careful control. But it's there. And it's real. So if you know a Capricorn, celebrate their wins, even when they don't show excitement. Tell them you see their effort. You see their quiet pride. And if you are a Capricorn, let yourself celebrate. It's okay to be proud. It's okay to smile at your own achievements. You've earned it. Now let's talk about something deeper. Something many Capricorns don't even recognize in themselves. Their power as quiet leaders. You see, Capricorns rarely seek the spotlight. They don't need to be at the front of the room, giving speeches. Instead, they lead by example. In families, in friendships, in workplaces, they become the ones others look to. Not because they ask for attention, but because people feel safe following someone who's steady, who's clear, who's honest. Have you ever felt lost, and someone just showed you the next step without making a big deal of it? That's Capricorn leadership. A quiet nudge. A simple suggestion. A reminder to keep moving forward. It's subtle, but powerful. And in a world full of loud voices and fast talkers, their steady guidance is rare. If you're a Capricorn, remember this. You don't need to force people to follow you. Your consistency, your quiet strength, your honest words, they're leading people already. Even if you don't see it. Trust that. But of course, no Capricorn is perfect. There's something they struggle with every day. Perfectionism. It's the silent battle they rarely admit. Because deep inside, they carry the fear of failing. Of not being enough. Of disappointing the people who believe in them. This fear becomes a heavy burden. A voice in their head saying, "You have to do better. You can't fail. You're not allowed to fall." If you're a Capricorn listening now, stop. Breathe. You are not your achievements. Your worth isn't measured by your success. Mistakes don't make you weak. They make you human. And sometimes, it's okay to let go of the plan. Sometimes, it's okay to rest. To fail. To try again. You don't have to carry the world alone. And if you love a Capricorn, remind them of this. Tell them it's safe to fall apart sometimes. Tell them they're still loved, even when they're not perfect. Sometimes, they need to hear that more than anything else. As we move forward in this journey, remember, behind every Capricorn's quiet strength is a heart that feels deeply, a mind that never stops planning, and a soul that longs for peace. But what comes next? In the final 3 truths, we'll uncover the most vulnerable, the most misunderstood, and perhaps, the most controversial sides of Capricorn. Stay with me. Because what's coming might just change how you see them forever. Let's continue. There's something about Capricorn that many people miss, even those closest to them. It's how carefully they choose where to invest their emotions. For Capricorn, trust is not something they give easily. They're not cold, they're cautious. Every emotional connection they form is like a long-term investment. And that's because once they let you in, they give everything. Their time, their energy, their loyalty. So before opening that door, they need to be sure. Not just sure that you care, but sure that you're consistent. That you're safe. Think about your own life. Have you ever felt like you gave too much, too soon, to someone who didn't deserve it? Capricorn feels that fear every day. It's not about pushing people away. It's about protecting what's fragile inside. If you know a Capricorn, understand this, their distance isn't rejection. It's protection. And if you're patient, if you show up, they'll slowly, quietly let you in. And when they do, you'll discover one of their most beautiful qualities. Their loyalty. The kind of loyalty that doesn't fade when things get hard. The kind that shows up at 2 a.m. when you're crying, even if they don't know what to say. The kind that sacrifices silently, without asking for anything in return. In a world where so many people leave when things get difficult, Capricorn stays. But here's something important. Their loyalty is precious. And it's fragile. Betray it once, and it's almost impossible to repair. Not because they hate you, but because they can't risk being hurt again. If you're in a relationship with a Capricorn, whether it's friendship or love, remember, their trust is a treasure. Protect it. Respect it. Sometimes, Capricorns carry a quiet sadness. A grief for things they never speak of. Missed chances. Relationships that broke their trust. Dreams they gave up because life demanded they be strong for others. They bury these regrets deep inside. And they keep moving forward. Because that's what they've been taught. Keep going. Keep building. Don't look back. But here's the truth. That hidden grief doesn't disappear. It sits quietly in their soul, like a song they've forgotten the lyrics to. And sometimes, it makes them feel heavy, even when life seems fine from the outside. If you're a Capricorn, allow yourself to grieve. Allow yourself to feel what you've buried. Healing doesn't mean forgetting. It means accepting. And if you know a Capricorn, ask them gently about their past. Give them a safe space to speak. You might be surprised by how much they've carried alone. Now, let's talk about something subtle, but powerful. The routines and habits that Capricorn builds. To outsiders, it may seem like simple discipline. Wake up early. Stick to a schedule. Always have a plan. But underneath that discipline is a psychological tool. A way to calm their inner world. When emotions feel too loud, when fears feel too big, Capricorn turns to structure. Their routines give them predictability. A sense of control when everything else feels uncertain. It's not about being rigid. It's about survival. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by life? Lost in your own mind? Next time, try creating small routines, like a Capricorn. Maybe it's morning walks. Maybe it's journaling every night. Maybe it's setting clear goals for your week. Simple things that help you feel grounded again. Capricorn teaches us that discipline isn't punishment. It's self-care for the mind. It's a way to create peace inside chaos. Finally, let's explore something few people understand: why Capricorn chooses their people so carefully. They're not antisocial. They're selective. For Capricorn, energy is precious. They know that shallow relationships drain them. So they prefer fewer connections, but deeper ones. Friendships where silence is comfortable. Where conversations go beyond small talk. Where both people help each other grow. If you're a Capricorn, never feel guilty for needing time alone. Never apologize for protecting your circle. You're not pushing people away, you're protecting your peace. And if you know a Capricorn who's let you into their world, cherish that. You're not just a friend to them. You're a chosen connection. A rare one. And that matters. So as you can see, every behavior Capricorn shows, every wall, every silence, every habit, isn't just a surface-level trait. It's a response to something deeper. To the need for safety. To the fear of losing control. To the longing for meaningful connection. But this journey isn't over yet. What we're about to explore next will reveal the most vulnerable, the most hidden, and perhaps the most controversial truths about the Capricorn soul. These final 3 insights might challenge what you think you know about them. So stay with me. Because the deepest part of the story is about to unfold. Let's keep going. Have you ever noticed how a Capricorn sometimes pulls away when things get overwhelming? It's not because they've stopped caring. It's because emotional detachment feels safer than breaking down. In their world, showing too much emotion can feel like losing control. So instead, they retreat. They become quiet. Cold, maybe. But underneath, they're not shutting you out. They're holding themselves together. Think about someone you know who carries everything alone. They work hard. They stay strong. But when life gets heavy, they disappear for a while. That's Capricorn. Emotional distance becomes their way to breathe. Their way to stop the weight from crushing them. It's not rejection. It's survival. If you know a Capricorn, don't force them to open up when they're distant. Just be there. Let them come back to you when they're ready. That quiet patience will mean more to them than words ever could. Now, here's something most people never realize. Capricorns are constantly sacrificing, silently. They give up their time to help others. They give up rest to finish responsibilities no one asked them to take. They carry the problems of people they love, while saying nothing about their own struggles. And they do it without expecting thanks. Without needing recognition. Picture a mother who stays up late to fix things no one notices. A friend who checks on you, even when they're exhausted. A partner who carries both their load and yours. That's Capricorn love. It's the quiet kind. The steady kind. The kind you only realize was there when it's gone. If you're a Capricorn, listen carefully. You're allowed to rest. You're allowed to ask for help. You don't have to carry everything. Love isn't sacrifice alone. It's support. Let people help you sometimes. Let yourself be held, not just be the one holding. And if you love a Capricorn, look deeper. Notice the silent ways they show care. Say thank you for the things they never mention. Tell them you see them. Because for Capricorn, being seen is rare and precious. But behind all that quiet strength, behind all those sacrifices, there's something Capricorn rarely admits. A fear of emotional dependence. A fear of needing someone too much. You see, to depend on someone feels dangerous to them. Because what if that person leaves? What if that person breaks their trust? So instead, they choose independence. They choose control. Even when their heart is longing for connection, their mind pulls back. It tells them, stay safe. Don't need anyone. You'll get hurt. This fear makes them push people away, just when they need closeness the most. Maybe you've seen this in someone you love. They care for you, but they keep a wall up. They won't ask for help. Even when they're struggling. That's not pride. That's fear. And if you're a Capricorn, know this. Needing someone doesn't make you weak. Depending on someone doesn't mean you'll lose yourself. The right people will hold your heart gently. The right people won't take your vulnerability for granted. It's okay to let people in. Not everyone will break you. So, as you can see, every part of Capricorn's nature, their distance, their discipline, their sacrifices, their fear of dependence, all come from one place. A heart that has been hurt before. A soul that protects itself the only way it knows how. By controlling what it can. By loving in silence. By building walls where others build bridges. But there's more. What we'll explore next are the final 3 truths. And these might be the most powerful of all. They'll reveal Capricorn's deepest need, their hidden vulnerability, and their surprising secret desire. So, if you think you understand Capricorn now, stay with me. Because what's coming will change everything. Now let's talk about something most people would never expect from a Capricorn. Their love for play. Yes, play. It might sound strange. Right? Capricorns are often seen as serious, focused, always working. But here's a secret, beneath that disciplined surface, they carry a playful soul. They love games. Challenges. Friendly competition. Little moments that let them escape from the constant pressure of life. Imagine a Capricorn who works 12 hours a day. The one who always seems in control. Always responsible. But then, on a random Saturday night, they're the one laughing the loudest during a board game. Or they're the first to join a playful debate just for the fun of it. This hidden side of Capricorn isn't about avoiding responsibility. It's about balance. They know that without moments of fun, without little escapes, even the strongest heart will eventually break. If you're a Capricorn, don't hide that side of you. Don't feel guilty for enjoying life. Fun isn't wasted time. Fun is what keeps your spirit alive. And if you love a Capricorn, encourage their playful side. Create safe spaces where they can drop the serious mask. Where they can laugh. Where they can remember that they're not just their responsibilities. They're human. Because here's the truth. Capricorns aren't machines. They're not emotionless workers. They're people who carry too much. Who sacrifice too much. And who sometimes forget they're allowed to be happy. 2. Now, we've come to something deeply personal. The quiet need Capricorn carries, even if they never say it out loud. Their need for quality time with people who truly understand them. You see, for Capricorn, friendships aren't about numbers. They're about depth. They don't want crowds. They want real, honest, soul-level connections. They want conversations that matter. Moments that recharge their spirit. People who understand